The sun was setting, painting the village in gold. When Ada first saw the shiny black car, dust swirled around it as it stopped near the market where she sat selling mangoes. Ada, a 19-year-old girl with skin like polished ebony, wore a faded green wrapper and a smile that made everyone feel warm. Her basket was almost empty. Another day of barely enough coins to buy yam for Mama and her little brother, Obi. She didn't notice the tall man in a sharp suit step out of the car, his eyes locked on her. "Young lady, what's your name?" His voice was deep, like the river at night. Ada looked up, startled. He was handsome, maybe 35, with a smooth face and a gold watch that sparkled. "Ada," she said, shyly brushing a braid from her face. "I'm Chiki, CEO of Eagle Enterprises." He smiled and her heart skipped. "Your smile, it's special." Ada blushed. Nobody ever called her special. She was just a poor girl, fetching water, pounding yam, dreaming of school she couldn't afford. Chiki bought all her mangoes, paying 10 times their worth. "Keep smiling, Ada," he said, driving away. That night, under the thatched roof of their hut, Ada couldn't sleep. Obi snored beside her, and Mama coughed in the next room. "Why did he notice me?" she whispered to the stars through the open window. The air felt heavy, like a storm was coming. She didn't know Chick's car would return tomorrow, or that his kindness hid a shadow. Days passed and Chick came often, bringing gifts, clothes for Mama, books for Obi, and a necklace for Ada with a strange carved stone. "It's for luck," he said. But at night, Ada's dreams turned dark. Whispers from the river, calling her name. Chick's visits became Ada's favorite moments. He'd sit by her market stall, telling stories of Lagos where he built a company bigger than the village. "I want you to see it, Ada," he said one evening, his eyes soft. "You're not just a poor girl. You're a star." Ada's heart soared. Nobody ever believed in her like that. She wore the necklace every day, a stone warm against her chest. The village buzzed with gossip. "Ada and a millionaire," some whispered. Others, like old Mama Ngozi, frowned. "Be careful, child. Wealth hides secrets." One night, Chike invited Ada to dinner at his guest house near the village. The table was covered with jollof rice, egusi soup, and chicken. Ada, in a new blue Ankara dress he'd given her, felt like a queen. "Ada, I love you," Chik said, holding her hand. "Will you be mine?" Tears filled her eyes. "Yes," she whispered. But as they danced under the lanterns, she noticed something odd. Chika kept glancing at the window where the river glinted in the moonlight. His smile faltered and his hand tightened around hers. Later, when he walked her home, he stopped by the path. "I have business tonight," he said, his voice strange. "Don't follow me, Ada. Promise." She nodded, but her stomach twisted. As his car sped toward the river, she stood alone, the necklace burning against her skin. "What's he hiding?" she murmured. The wind carried a faint whisper, like voices from the water. Ada shivered. Love was supposed to feel safe, but this felt like standing on the edge of a cliff. That night, her dreams were worse. Shadowy figures danced by the river, their eyes glowing like coals. "Ada, come," they hissed. She woke up gasping, her heart pounding. She had to know the truth. The moon was full, casting silver light over the village when Ada made her choice. Chick had left her at the market again, saying he'd be back by dawn. But his eyes were nervous, and he touched the carved stone on her necklace before he left. "Stay safe, Ada," he said, almost pleading. She waited until Mama and Obi were asleep, then slipped out, her bare feet silent on the dirt path. The river wasn't far, its gentle rush, a sound she'd known all her life. But tonight it felt different, alive, watching her. She clutched the necklace, her heart thumping like a drum. Hiding behind the mango tree, she saw Chiki's car parked by the riverbank. He stood at the water's edge, wearing a white robe instead of his suit. Strange symbols were drawn in the sand around him. Ada's breath caught. He was chanting, his voice low and rhythmic, like a priest calling the gods. Then the water rippled. Shapes rose from it, tall, misty figures with hollow eyes. Ada stifled a scream. They weren't human. Their voices were the whispers from her dreams, cold and hungry. Chike, you promised us, they hissed. Chike knelt, offering a small clay pot. Take this, he said, his voice shaking. Leave her be. The spirits laughed, a sound like breaking glass. The girl wears our mark. She's ours now. Ada's hand flew to the necklace. The stone pulsed hot and heavy. She stumbled back, her mind racing. Was this why Chike loved her? To give her to these things. Tears stung her eyes as she ran home. The spirit's laughter echoing in her ears. At dawn, Chike found her at the market, his face pale. Ada, why are you scared? He asked, reaching for her. She pulled away. What are you doing at the river? She demanded. His eyes widened. You followed me. His voice cracked, full of fear and guilt. Ada's world felt like it was crumbling. She sat in Mama's hut, the necklace on the table, its stone dull now. Chike had begged her to listen, but she sent him away. I need time, she said, her voice trembling. Mama, stirring a pot of yam porridge, watched her quietly. Tell me everything, Mama said, her soft face serious. Ada spilled it all, the love, the gifts, the river, the spirits. Mama's eyes darkened. That necklace is a charm. He's tied you to something evil. Ada's stomach dropped. But he loves me, doesn't he? Mama sighed. Love can blind us, Ada. Go to old Mama Ngozi. She knows the old ways. Old Mama Ngozi lived at the village edge, her heart filled with herbs and bones. The 80-year-old woman with wrinkled skin and one blind eye listened as Ada spoke. Chike made a deal, she said, her voice like dry leaves. Years ago, he was poor. He prayed to the river spirits for wealth. They gave it, but they want a soul in return. Ada gasped. Mine? Mama Ngozi nodded. The necklace marks you, but you're strong, Ada. You can fight. How? Ada whispered, tears falling. Face the spirits, break the charm, but it's dangerous. Are you brave enough? Ada thought of Obi's laughter, Mama's coughs, her own dreams of a better life. I am, she said, her voice steady. That night, she returned to the river, the necklace in her hand. Chike was there chanting again. Ada, no, he shouted, running to her, but she threw the necklace into the water. The river roared. The spirits rose, angrier now, their eyes burning. You defy us, they screamed. Chike grabbed her hand. I did this to save you, he said, tears in his eyes. I love you, Ada. The spirits lunged, and Ada screamed, her world turning black. Ada woke on the riverbank, the sun rising, the air calm. Chike lay beside her, his face pale, his breathing shallow. The necklace was gone, the spirits silent. She shook him. Chike, wake up. His eyes fluttered open. Ada, you're safe, he whispered, smiling weakly. What happened? She asked, her heart racing. Chike sat up, wincing. The spirits wanted you. I offered my soul instead. They took my wealth, my health, but you're free. Ada's eyes filled with tears. Why didn't you tell me? I was ashamed, he said. I thought I could fix it. I love you, Ada. That was real. She held his hand, her heart torn. He'd lied, but he'd saved her. You're not a millionaire anymore, she said softly. He laughed, coughing. I'm just Chike now. Is that enough? Ada smiled, her bright smile returning. It's a start. Back in the village, life changed. Chike stayed working the fields, no longer a CEO, but a man rebuilding trust. Ada told her story to the children, teaching them about greed and courage. The spirits watch us, she said, but a pure heart is stronger than any charm. The twist was bitter. Chike's love was true, but his deal with the spirits nearly destroyed them. The lesson: wealth built on lies crumbles, but love and honesty endure. Ada's resilience inspired the village, and though the river stayed quiet, she never forgot its whispers. One night, As she walked home, a shadow moved in the trees. Not the spirit, but something older, watching. Ada squared her shoulders. She'd faced the river and won. Whatever came next, she was ready, her heart pure and her spirit unbroken.